Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Phixin the Phils. Last time we had a really exciting win over the Mets. Vince Velasquez got the start. Ryan Howard had a big 3-run home run to tie up the game late. This time we are in the beginning of May. Off screen I made a few adjustments, some micromanagey things. I'll show you what I did. First off, I was adjusting in the minor leagues. Some of my best pitching prospects were not exactly where I wanted them. Now Lively, Thompson, and Eflin are all starters in Double-A. I think one or two of them might have been long relievers there, which doesn't help me figure out how good they are. And Mark Appel was actually doing pretty well as a starter in Double-A. Oh no, he was buried as a reliever in Double-A, so I actually brought him to Triple-A to be a starter. Basically, long term, I'm just hoping at least one of those 4 guys develops into a pitcher that I can actually use in my rotation. I really think Nola, Eichhoff, and Velasquez are long-term pieces of this rotation, so if we get one of those, then we only need to sign one pitcher. If we get 2 of those guys to develop into something, then we have a full rotation. Elsewhere, I demoted Daniel Strumpf. He was, in real life, suspended for PEDs. And in his place, I actually called up a hitter. So last week I was looking at how poorly Darren Ruff was faring in the platoon, only hitting .267 and really not great shakes defensively. So in his stead, the new platoon mate for Ryan Howard will be JP Arancibia. He's really in the Phillies staff right now. He was just about the best hitting catcher in spring training, but he did not make the team, did not make the major league squad. I think they really want Cameron Rupp to develop into the everyday catcher, which he's doing a great job of both in real life and in my simulation here. So I still want him going every day, even though I might be tempted to platoon him against righties. So Arancibia, who actually does have real life first base experience, will be Ryan Howard's new platoon mate. I also adjusted my lineup just a little bit. So against righties now, against lefties, Peter Borges will actually lead off. Arancibia is in the cleanup spot with Herrera batting third. Franco, I moved down in the lineup. He's hitting great this season. He's doing a great job, but as you can see, his numbers against lefties are really spotty. So I figured if I moved him down a little bit, it really might help us out when we're going up against a left-handed pitcher. I'm tempted to do something with Cedric Hunter. He's really performing terribly right now, hitting 180. In real life, the Phillies have him in a platoon with Tyler Goodell. I believe Goodell plays against lefties. Yeah, I think I might do that, even though obviously Goodell has no advantage over Cedric Hunter in this simulation, just to get Hunter out of the lineup a little bit, because he's really dragging us down. I don't have faith that Goodell will be any better, but just mixing it up a little bit, maybe just for the sake of mixing it up. Perhaps that'll lead to something good for us. Finally, I was looking around in my minor leagues at some of my best prospects to make sure everyone was getting starts and getting plenty of playing time at the appropriate level. So I moved J.P. Crawford up to Triple-A. He was actually in Double-A, and I think he was riding the bench there, which I really don't want happening. As you can see, he'd be one of our best hitters if I brought him up right now, but I think that would be a bit early for him. Darnell Sweeney, he's hitting all right. I'd like to see his power go up a bit. He really plays outfield and second base. He's not a great fielder. I think during the off season, I'll switch him to a second baseman and keep him in the minors, perhaps. Long term, I kind of want him to take over at second. We don't really have a long-term person there with Cesar Hernandez filling the spot right now. Altair, I'm leaving him on the bench since he's injured, but actually he's our long-term right field prospect. Elsewhere in Double-A, Brock Stassi, he has a chance to be our long-term first baseman, but he's not exactly the youngest prospect, and he's not really lighting the world on fire in Double-A, so really we don't have a long-term solution at first base. I think we'll probably sign someone this off season just to be a short-term filler and hopefully develop a prospect, maybe draft someone who can really hit at first base because we do need a power bat in our lineup. Finally, Nick Williams and Roman Quinn, both of those guys are kind of competing to be the other outfielder on my team. Roman Quinn doesn't have great stats in this game, actually, and Cam Perkins, another outfielder there, is actually doing a great job. So if one of Williams, Perkins, and Quinn can develop into my outfielder, I really want it to be Odubel Herrera, Aaron Altherr, and one of those guys. And I think we have pretty much a full team worth of prospects. At catcher, Cameron Rupp will be the guy for a while, and eventually I want Alfaro to make his way up. He's not doing great hitting against Double-A pitching right now, though. Hopefully, if he can improve that by midseason, I'd like to see him in Triple-A with the intention of him taking over Carlos Ruiz's spot as the backup catcher next year, and maybe eventually succeeding Cameron Rupp. In Single-A, I don't think there was anyone I really have an eye on right now. If someone really bursts onto the scenes, great, but I don't really have high hopes for anyone down there, to be honest. Let's see. I really wish we had a good enough second baseman to eventually take over, but I don't think any of these guys are the option. Yeah, a lot of these guys are older, kind of career minor league players, so I'm not so sure what's going to happen at second base. We might end up signing someone if Darnell Sweeney can't turn into the guy for us. He's got great speed and can hit a bit against lefties, but against righties he's pretty abysmal, and I don't think he's really that great in the field. Yeah, he's pretty middling in the field, but if he can develop some hitting, we can look past that and he can make our lineup one day. But with all of that out of the way, why don't we go way into the future here? So I've been going a bit cautiously, not simming too many games at once. So how many games into the season are we now? We are 30 games in. Why don't we sim all the way to here, to the end of May, and we'll see what happens. That's not someone I know. So, like I said last time, our record was surprisingly good. I actually think Valentin is a second base prospect, so I'm going to put him in manually and make sure he's getting the everyday looks at second base, since we don't really have a high prospect at the position. Yeah, he's 11, so a 16-year-old. In real life, that would be more like someone in their mid-20s already. But Valentin's very early 20s. He might even be a teenager. So he's definitely someone I want getting the look at second for now. So I'll sub him in. Alright, so Valentin is now in our Double-A lineup. Hopefully he can develop into an actual second base prospect, since that's really a position of weakness in our farm system. Jared Eichhoff out with shin splints and will miss 3 days. It's no big deal. We'll throw Oberholzer into his spot in the rotation, but that spot probably won't even come up. Hopefully we don't need a long man for the next couple of days. Don't know R. O'Sullivan. It's not Sean O'Sullivan, but he's still on the team. Alright, so Eichhoff is back, and it looks like Oberholzer was not called upon while he was in the rotation, which is good. We'll keep on simming. McGinnis is a slightly older first base prospect. I think he can hit a bit, but if he'll be out for a while, that's too bad. And I think he's down in Single-A right now. So a trade, an actual reliever that would probably be our closer, Peralta. I forget his first name. It's not Johnny Peralta, of course, is the relief pitcher. Peralta for an older minor league third baseman. Let's see how Peralta's throwing, because we could always use an additional reliever. Then again, we do have relievers in the minors. It's not like we're absolutely desperate for one. So, just looking at their numbers so far, Peralta's been good, not great as a middle reliever. Henson's actually been hitting phenomenally down in AAA. He's maybe deserving of a call-up. We'll look at that maybe in the next episode, but it looks like he can really hit, and he's doing a great job down there. Third base, though, not a position that's super useful to us. He is a righty, and he can play first base, though, so I think I'm going to decline this trade, and Henson is now on the short list to get called up. And it looks like our record is falling back down to earth now, approaching 500, but as bad as the rest of the NL East was, I wouldn't be shocked if we were still top of the standings. Okay, we're half a game back to the Nationals, and we have a few games coming up against the Reds. Let's see who's up in the rotation right now, and I'll pick who I want to play with. We did Nola already, so I'll skip a game and pitch as Jared Eichhoff. See how everyone's throwing, too. Everyone's come back down to earth a bit, except Jeremy Hellickson. Really looks like he's developing into an ace, which is kind of funny. But Morton, an ERA over 5. Nola, that's about where I would want to see him in real life. Eichhoff, not doing so hot. Velazquez, not terrible. And let's see what's happening down in the bullpen. Dahlia Hinojosa, so good. Such a good decision to bring him in as our closer. And James Russell doing a nice job in the bullpen. Looks like our bullpen's actually doing alright. So, yeah, let's skip one day here. And we'll play the second game in this series. You get a million notifications, but they're almost all about the minors, so I kind of just let the computer handle that one. Alright, it is R. Iglesias. I have to say, I don't really know the Reds' rotation, not sure who Iglesias is, but it'll be Iglesias up against Jared Eichhoff. So, let's see how everyone's hitting really quickly. I'll just leave it as is. I always forget to switch Cedric Hunter and Peter Borges. They have the opposite positions that I suspect them to have. Yeah, I guess that'll be good enough for now, and let's get it started. Eichhoff up against Iglesias. So Eichhoff has lower stamina than a lot of my starters. His stamina's in the high 60s. I think like Hellickson's in the is maybe exactly 80. Velazquez and Nola are in the 70s. So with Eichhoff, I'm really going to have to go at batters, make sure he's not throwing too many pitches, so we don't have to call in the bullpen too early. 1, 2, 3. Nice reaction there by Eichhoff. Wow, Franco's still hitting over 300 with 7 homers. Ryan Howard hitting 325. The platoon really helping him out. Cesar Hernandez hitting over 300 is really nice out of our leadoff hitter. Struck out tough. A 96-mile-per-hour fastball is very nice for a starter. And a bad out there by Herrera. Kind of checked the swing and popped it right to the pitcher. So now Franco coming up, hitting over 300, 7 homers on the year. Really being every bit the hitter we were hoping for so far in this simulation and so far in real life for the Phillies. He's doing a great job this year. And that's our first hit of the game, Maikel Franco. And who else would it be? So that means next up with a man on base, Ryan Howard, who's hitting 325 with 3 home runs. That's way better than we even could have hoped for out of Howard this year. The platoon helping him out so much, like I keep saying. Phillies lost 9-1 last night, but Ryan Howard hit a 9th inning home run. And there's the classic Ryan Howard at bat, the swinging strikeout. Galvis, it's not going to be easy. He gets it. Ryan Howard at full stretch there. A nice throw by Galvis. Oh, split the gap there. I could have done better. Maybe trying to dive with Franco. I tried to switch to Galvis, but it was too late. So So now they have a runner on with 2 outs. And that'll put away the side. Cameron Rupp now hitting 270 on the year. Looks like he's come back down to earth a little bit. If he continues to plummet batting average-wise, maybe we'll work in a platoon where Aaron Sibia bats for him on certain days as well. Freddie Galvis, after an easy out by Cedric Hunter on a grounder, Galvis getting on base, a grounder up the middle. So now let's see if Peter Borges can help him out. Borges hitting 280 now, not bad. Galvis trying to steal with 2 outs on a fastball. Big mistake by me there. He was dead to rights. Easy pop-up to start the inning, and I don't mind getting Billy Hamilton out. He can run. Oh no, I moved Galvis in the wrong direction to start him off there. Now their pitcher is on first with their leadoff hitter up. So a quick out, a liner to Michael Franco. Let's see if we can get the third. Yeah, Borges camped under that one. Another easy inning. Eichhoff really rolling right now. Wow, managed to draw a walk with Eichhoff. Mistake walking the pitcher there. So now with 1 out, I have a man on first. And the top of my order's up. Cesar Hernandez making things happen. A base hit to start us off. And Eichhoff's going to third. He will be safe just ahead of the tag. So 2 men in scoring position now with just 1 out for Odubel Herrera. A big opportunity. Haha, struck out with Herrera. But Franco still has a chance to capitalize. Still 2 men in scoring position. And Franco! That's my first home run with Michael Franco as the human player here. A 3-run homer driving in the pitcher and Cesar Hernandez. A big mistake by the Reds walking my pitcher. Gave me 2 base runners and Franco hit him home. And Ryan Howard strikes out again to end the inning, but not before we put 3 on the board with a huge home run by Michael Franco. A strikeout. Eichhoff gets him looking with a slider on the outside corner. They answered my home run. Pacheco with a home run of his own. So the Reds now lowering the deficit. I'm still up 3-1, but not a good look there for Eichhoff. And 2 quick outs after the home run. So Eichhoff staying out of trouble after giving 1 up. Cameron Rupp hits one right between the outfielders there. That's going to be extra bases. It's a shame he's not a faster runner. It could be 3. I'm going to try it anyway, but it's risky. Yes, Cameron Rupp sliding in for the triple to start off the inning. Just hit it in the perfect place between the center and right fielders there. Rolled all the way to the wall. Rupp had plenty of time. So now a man on third to start off the inning. Cedric Hunter coming up. Hunter not necessarily a great batter, but a really nice chance to knock one in here. If I keep swinging like that, Cedric Hunter will remain one of the worst batters in my lineup. Rupp is going home on that one, and that'll score the run. The sac ground out by Cedric Hunter. Don't mind if I do. So, Freddie Galvis coming up. We're now up 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th. I'm making their pitcher work a little bit. Eichhoff hasn't had to throw too many pitches. I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. Oh, just struck out with Freddie Galvis. Oh, and another strikeout. Borges going down. That's 6 strikeouts now. His fastball's really hard to catch up with. It's stayed in the mid-90s through 5 innings now, too. Cozart hits one right up the middle, and that's good enough for a single. So they'll start off the inning with a base hit. Now a man on first for the speedy Billy Hamilton. Going to make sure my infield is watching for the bunt here because he will absolutely outrun us. So let's play the infield in a bit. And it won't matter. A liner that Borges catches up to, so one down with a runner still on first base, but the pitcher spots up. Franco trying to get the lead runner, and I'll get no one instead. He almost had him there, but I shouldn't have bothered to risk it. Yeah, not nearly in time, actually. Bad call by me there. But Franco redeems himself with the double play. 5-3. Stepped on the base and then threw the man out. Really possible because Franco's got such a strong arm. And their pitcher was injured there. I don't know why he was injured. All he was doing was sliding into second. So they already have a reliever coming in the bottom of the fifth. Oh, this guy's got a wacky delivery. Alfredo Simon. It's like 3/4-ish, a really quick release. It looks like he's throwing a lot of two-seamers, which are not only fast, but move. I have a terrible time judging these. Oh, and the splitter. He's got a lot of moving fastballs. That's just about my least favorite type of pitcher in this game. Yeah, I'm just going to keep popping out to this guy. I'm going to have no chance against Simone. Hopefully he only throws 1 or 2 innings. Another one right up the middle. That's been the sweet spot for their hitters today. And once again, a speedy man on first now with Iraban over there, De Jesus at the dish. I'm going to throw a lot of fastballs, make sure they can't steal second here. 3-6-3. Howard and Freddie Galvis turning the sweet double play there. Nice job by Ryan Howard. I saw that one from him in his younger days. Haven't seen it so much anymore, but getting the job done there. Oh no, I tried to slide to cut that one off, and it goes all the way to the wall. Herrera now having to throw all the way to third, and no one's there to cut it off. Really bad fielding error by me. That's like a single with an error. Franco, it's not going to be easy, but he gets his man. So Eichhoff, pitch count still under 50 through 6 innings now. Franco saving that one after a bobble to keep the run from scoring. So we are up 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, another moving fastball getting me there, popping up easily. Ryan Howard might be my one chance here. If I just swing hard with him, I can take advantage of a fastball. Oh no. Now their fielders are coming alive to make sure I can't get on base. Cameron Rupp getting on top of that one, so finally getting a hit on Simone. Cameron Rupp now on first. Cedric Hunter at the dish. Not sure if I love that, but I'll leave him in. We're up 3 runs. Hunter's very solid in the field. I know we could bring in like Aaron Sibia and have Goodell play the field, but I'll just let this one ride out, see if Hunter can start to redeem himself. Oh, the off-speed stuff. This is a nasty pitcher, man. I don't know why his ERA is so high. And a strikeout. The off-speed stuff, I was way out ahead of it, afraid of the fastballs. So now Eichhoff into the 7th inning. Pitch count still below 50. He might go the full game here. Borges can't quite catch up to that one. Perfectly placed hit by Suarez. Borges is going to catch up to that one, no problem. So we will leave the runner on first now with 1 out. It is going to be a nearly impossible double play. Suarez is pretty fast. Hamilton is an absolute burner on the base paths. Ryan Howard doing a nice job reacting quickly. And now Joey Votto batting for the pitcher's spot. Oh my god, look at that stat line. 361. He must have a day off or something. I can't imagine they're benching Joey Votto or platooning him. I think he might be platooned in real life, but man, when you have a hitter with the abilities he does, I just don't understand it. Oh no, that one's a perfectly placed hit. Really tough one for me. And they're going to score a run on that nice Joey Votto double. Split the center and left fielders, went all the way to the wall. Nothing I could do about it, so the score is now 4-2. They still have a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Joey Votto, a 76 speed rating. That is very, very generous in 2016. Had to bust out some fancy stuff there, but got the strikeout to get out of the inning. And a new pitcher is coming on. I think I'll let Eichhoff go into the 8th and maybe bring in Hinojosa in the 9th. If we can have a man on when the pitcher spots up, I'll bring in a setup man. We'll see how it strikeout by Galvis. Borges up now. And Borges' at bat will determine if we have a setup man coming on. If he gets on, we'll bring someone in to hit. Borges striking out as well, so Eichhoff will remain into the 8th now. I'm hating these middle relievers. They have such good fastballs. Corsino now. I've been not paying super close attention to baseball in the last couple years while the Phillies have been abysmal, so I'm a little shaky on some of these, some bullpens and some rosters throughout the rest of the league. So Corsino, I don't know at all. Eichhoff grounding out to end the inning. So let's see if Eichhoff can pitch 8 innings, giving up only 2 runs. That would be a very, very good day by my standards. I'm having some real control issues with Eichhoff now. That low stamina is really catching up to him in the 8th inning. Yeah, unintentionally walked him. Pretty fast runner now on first with 1 out. Got to make sure he doesn't steal second. Well, there's out number 2 of the inning. The first out was a lazy pop-up over to Sed Hunter. So now 2 outs. If I can get 1 more, then it's just up to the closer to put this one away. Nice. Got him to reach on the curveball on the outside. And that'll put away the side. Eichhoff, 8 innings pitched, just 2 earned runs. There was a solo homer, and I think it was Joey Votto that got the other hit, or maybe he scored the run. But now Hinojosa can get warmed up. His ERA is still below 2. And it looks like we're going to put this one away. Cesar Hernandez, a liner right up the middle. Didn't get the most friendly roll. If it rolled on that other angle, I probably could have gotten 3, but a double to lead us off is great. A great chance for an insurance run with the heart of the lineup coming up. An easy pop up there, so it'll be 1 out and a man on second for Franco. We are definitely still threatening. 3 straight balls to Franco. And they are pitching around him. The unintentional, intentional walk. And now with 1 out, Ryan Howard coming up against a right-handed pitcher. This is really a good opportunity to score some runs. Ryan Howard blasts it out to center, but that one is caught. Hernandez will take an extra base, but now runners at the corners for Rupp with 2 outs. Oh, and he gets it done. Never in doubt. Cameron Rupp, one of the best hitters on this team, and that'll score 2 with Herrera coming all the way around from first. So Rupp now on second after clearing the bases, and we are up 6-2. And you know what? I keep saying I want to pinch hit for Cedric Hunter. Finally going to do it. Let's bring in... we'll bring in Aaron Sibia. He's our best hitter on the bench. And he gets the easy out there. Can't say I'm shocked. So let's make our double substitutions here. So Goodell will come into play left, and he will hit in the pitcher's spot. But we probably won't have a pitcher hit anyway since we're now in the 9th. Hinojosa coming in, replacing JP Arencibia. Easy out number one, a grounder to Ryan Howard. Two more, and we come away with the win. And the strikeout by Hinojosa. So now just one more batter, one more out needed anyway. And they're subbing Billy Hamilton. Instead, they'll pinch hit Jesse Winker. Can't say I've heard of him. And the pop-up will end this game. So the Phillies win it 6-2. Eichhoff going 8 innings, giving up just 2 earned runs. Hinojosa didn't even get a save situation there since we got him 1-2-3. So Eichhoff improves to 3-2. Phillies get the win and improve to, as long as the Nats didn't get a win today, it means we'll at least be tied for top of the NL East still with May over going into June. And that will do it for today's episode. Once again, thanks for watching. Please, if you have any feedback, what I should be doing with my team, even technical feedback, what I could be doing to make these videos a little better for you, please do let me know. There's our stat lines for the day. Eichhoff, not the best outing ever, giving up 8 hits, but pitching 8 innings, so not too bad. That does it. Thanks for watching.